Question 19. Here is a shaded square on x and y axes. For each of these points, put a tick to show if it is inside the square or if it is outside the square. Now let's have a look at the points. Now we've got lots of points there, 4 points that we've got to check. Now to make it easy for me to explain to you, I'm going to rewrite these points up here, simply so that I don't have to keep scrolling between the picture and the points. So let's take those points and pop them up here. And now we can focus on the points in the picture at the same time. So 50 and 70, 50 across, 70 up. Remember that for any pair of coordinates, the first number before the point is your left and right number. So if you go to the left, you're going to the left of 0, so that's negative. If you go to the right, you're going to the right of 0, so that's a positive number. Your second number is always up or down. You may have heard some of your teachers have said along the corridor, up the stairs. We should really think of along the corridor as being left and right, left if it's negative, and up the stairs could actually also be up or down the stairs, and you go down if it's negative, because when you go down, you go below 0, so it's negative. Now all we need to do is check each coordinate. So 50, 70, start at 0, 50 is positive, so we'll be going to the right, and we'll be going to 50, so we haven't reached this 80 yet, and 70 up, so 50 would be about there, 70 up would take us past the 60, so the first coordinate would be about there, 50 across, and 70 up would take us over the 60, above the 60. So 50, 70 is not going to be inside the square. It's going to be above this line here. 60 minus 30. Let's go a different colour. 60 across from 0 would be about here. So we haven't quite reached the 80 yet. And minus 30, we need to go down. Well, we haven't gone down as far as minus 40. So it would be round about down there. So I would say that 60 across and minus 30 down would be round about there. So I think that would definitely be inside the square. Minus 10 and 50. Well, if we go in minus 10 would go to the left into minus numbers, and at the edge of the square is minus 20. So minus 10 would be somewhere about here, and then 50 up is going to be lower, a bit lower than 60, so 50 up would be about there. So I would say minus 10 across and 50 up would be about there, and it would definitely be inside the square. And the final one, minus 30 across, minus 30 down. So minus 30 across is going to take us further to the left than minus 20. So we've already gone outside the square, and minus 30 down wouldn't quite be as far as minus 40. So the last one is probably going to take us to about there. So that one's going to be outside the square. So the first and last ones are outside the square. The middle two are inside the square. So when it comes to ticking the boxes, we only need to be ticking the middle two. So tick the middle two. And the top and bottom one are outside the square. So middle two are inside, top and bottom are outside. And that is your final set of answers.